Hi, my name is KOREWAA. I am currently building my dream house on my dream homestead, and in this video, I am sharing what I am doing on the homestead landscaping wise to make it all look beautiful. We are building a self-sustaining off-the-grid homestead in the middle of this beautiful countryside here in Ghana, only 30 minutes away from Accra, and very close to the sea. What I like about my soon to be home is the proximity to the city where I can visit family and friends and conduct all city business with ease, with all social amenities a fingertip away. Yet, when I am home, I'll be able to enjoy this nice, quiet, simple lifestyle, steeped in beauty within all this serenity, away from the hustle and bustle of the noisy city life. It's been a year and some months since we actively started developing this homestead, and a lot has happened since then. But a lot of you asked to see what progress I've made with regards to landscaping, so this is the first video in the landscaping series. The whole homestead was 3D designed to make it easier for us to develop. And as part of that design, we had this section, which is actually the driveway section of the homestead, which I wanted to start working on. I want it to look beautiful as you drive into the main house. And so, to begin with, I had this newly cleared space to work with. This was the original design for this space, but at the last minute, I decided to change it because I felt it was a bit too busy. I looked for inspiration from the internet and found this gorgeous masterpiece that captured what I had in mind for this space beautifully. So I incorporated parts of the original design with this new one, and we soon got to work. We started with the curb work. This was to help form the blank canvas we needed to create definition within the space. So the curbs were delivered to site, the men dug some trenches, and they began laying the curbs where curbs needed to be laid. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about how my personal and business life is transforming meaningfully after moving to Ghana 3 years ago from Australia. Hence the channel name KOREWAA Life After Oz. Do consider subscribing to the channel and kindly like this video now so that the YouTube algorithm can show it to more people. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is what it looked like when the curb work was all done. We then tackled the next step, which was planting of the palm trees that would line both sides of the long driveway. The royal palm trees were brought in, holes were dug, and the trees went into the ground. The men kept working at it until all the trees were planted and looking like this. The curb work and the trees alone transformed this portion of the homestead instantly, and it was all really exciting. And since we were in planting mode, we decided to go ahead and plant all the neem willow trees that surrounds the farm portion of the homestead. The plants were brought in, and in no time, they were all planted into the ground around the farm area. Now, since the caretaker's apartment is also situated in this space, and we already had caretakers living in the apartment at that time, I decided to work on the immediate surroundings of the apartment to make it more appealing to live in. We brought in some sand to do some leveling work in the space. After the leveling was done, we laid down some weed barrier, spread some stones, and in no time, it was all looking like this. A lot of work has taken place in the farm area since these videos were last shot. The last time I asked, most of my viewers wanted to see landscaping videos, which is why I'm making this video. But if you would like to see what has been done in my food and animal farm, then type farm tour in the comment section below so I can bring you that video. We then went back to work on the driveway project. At this stage, we needed to create these flower pots in the driveway area. There are a total of 4 pots, 2 on each side of the road at the beginning and at the end of the driveway. The masons dug the trenches for where the pots would be and did some concrete platform on the ground. The carpenter was up next. He did the wooden formwork. Concrete was poured into the wooden form and the pot came out looking like this. Then came the heavy work of creating the definition within the space. I decided to work on the left side of the driveway first, and then whatever we achieve will be translated to the right side of the driveway later on. The gentleman worked on marking, pegging, and lining the different areas within the space. There are walkways within the space that will be paved, green areas consisting of lawn, hedges, and shrubs. There are feature fixtures, and then there are stoned or graveled areas all within the space. After the lining was done, the men got to work creating the different partitions. They dug the trenches and we used 4-inch corridors blocks to create the different partitions within the space. As usual, I came by often to make sure that everything was being done to specification. Once the partition was done in the first 2 sections, we realized we needed to fill them with the gravel before partition works could continue in the other sections, and I will explain why in a bit. So the men got to work preparing the ground for the spreading of gravels in these 2 sections. They removed all large stones and cleared all debris. We then brought in sand which we used to fill in places that had visible dips until both sections were neatly leveled. They laid down the weed barrier plastic sheets and the truck delivered the gravels to be spread. The men then got to work spreading the gravel in the 2 sections where gravel needed to go. And it was all beginning to look very good. When that was done, it was time to create the first round feature in this space. They dug the round trench and got to work with the 4-inch blocks to bring the round feature to life. This was the reason why we had to fill in the first 2 sections with gravel first, because if we had waited until all the partition work in the space was done, then it would have been difficult for the truck to deliver the gravels to the first 2 areas. Slowly, this space was getting done and the space was transforming beautifully. They also tackled the square feature down in the space. You would see the completion of both the square and circle features in another part of the landscaping series, and I can't wait to show you what these features would look like. So if you're enjoying this video and would love to see more, then type part 2 in the comment section so I know to do more landscaping videos for you. And don't forget to like this video now if you haven't done so already. With that done, it was time to bring in some more sun to do some leveling and get the ground ready for the spreading of gravel in the remaining sections where gravel needed to go. What I love about owning this large piece of land is that I get to do whatever I want on my homestead because I have the space for it. On this homestead, I have a fruit orchard, a food farm, a space where I will rear farm animals to feed the family, entertainment areas, space for flowers and ornamental plants. The list goes on. And this can be achieved whether you have just 1 acre, 5 acres, or even more. The possibilities with living on an acreage is endless and I'm loving it. With the partitions done, the next phase is working on greening the space. I've planted so many trees and flowers which you would see in the next video. If you would like to own your own acreage within a beautifully designed community and with a to die for view of this beautiful forest reserve currently showing in this video, be it 1 acre, 2 acres, or 5 acres to develop your own homestead, then you're in luck because Select Estate, my real estate company, is now selling land in acres within a community where all your neighbors will be living on acres, so you won't be in each other's faces. It's an exclusive community that I'm developing for people who want to live a self-sustaining lifestyle and develop their own homestead only 25 to 30 minutes away from Accra. And with this beautiful backdrop, you would love it just as much as I love mine. If you are interested in learning more about how to purchase your own residential acreage to develop your personal homestead, not commercial farmland, this is a residential community, then contact us on WhatsApp via the link provided in the description box below or in the first pinned comment of this video or via our contact details showing on the screen. We have a very convenient payment plan so that you can spread your payment over a period of time. But as most of you know, our lands at Select Estate don't last very long, and we only have about 30 lots of 1, 2, 4, and 5 acre land available in this residential acreage community. However, if you simply wish to purchase a plot or two, we still have a few single lots left in Origin Extension community, so get in touch to get yours. There's a lot more work currently ongoing on my homestead, so do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss videos as I post them. Let me know what you would do differently or any recommendations you may have about this landscaping project in the comment section below. Don't forget, type part 2 if you want to see more. See you in the next.